Now this one is dedicated to the people all over. Remember the words of your crucial entertainer when I say I do not drink the rum, I smoke the sensimilla. I do not drink the rum, I smoke the sensimilla. I do not drink the beers, I seek the ancient teacher. I do not drink the rum, I burn the sensimilla. I do not drink the beers, I nyam the sacred. Without a doubt I am the boss in me class, I the teacher. If music is the fruit of life, then I will be its keeper. If natural mystic was a school, then I would be the master. If a plane, I'd be the flyer. If a board, I'd be the surfer. If natural mystic was a church, I would be vicar. Then instead of calling me teacher, you all would call me preacher. But fun and joke aside, I want to make serious in this matter and dedicate this style to each and every poison dealer. I do not drink the rum, I smoke the sensimilla. I do not drink the beers, I seek the ancient teacher. I do not drink the rum, I burn the sensimilla. I do not drink the beers, I nyam the sacred dealer. In November, a man became a winner because I did that tune called Sunday Teacher. In November, a man became a winner because I did that tune called Sunday Teacher. It shooted up the chart and nearly gave me brother heart failure. Him looked at me and said, brother, me glad me show you proper. A brother like you would be the pride and joy of any teacher. No make the fear make to your head, just think about your future. The words them have encouragement just make me push on further to break down any walls and also break through any barrier. I got a lot of guidance from the T who is me manager. Assistance from Inspired Fashion help me cross the border. I also got a lot of it from good sensimilla. That's why I do not drink the rum, I smoke the ganja. I do not drink the rum, I smoke the sensimilla. I do not drink the beers, I speak the ancient teacher. I do not drink the rum, I burn the sensimilla. I do not drink the beers, I am the sacred dealer. One day I had to catch a plane from Timbuktu to Kingston. Halfway on me journey was approached by this large ruffian with greasy hair and scruffy jeans. Him looked just like a villain. Him sat down opposite me with a buckle in his right hand. But I don't judge appearance, I just check the way you go along. So introduce myself to him as the Dandy Wolf. Nice to meet you, my name's Cody and I work with VA Fire. I've heard your name someplace before but I just can't remember. But anyway, I'm very glad to meet ya. And I got some rum, it's first class, but you can have this for a fever. I looked down on the table and saw a glass of certain poison. Inside this liquid bottle was some liquid, look like danger. Me ask what it do for you, it gives you strength and power. Now everyone, I want you to hear the way that Cody answered. Well, Mr. Dandy Wolf, this sensation is fine. It makes me see red and then I go to cloud nine. All my worries and problems are left miles behind. So no matter where I am, I have a brilliant time. If you don't believe me, hold on and I'll fix you a glass. Just take one sip of this and you'll be out on your ass. But I take the buckle and threw it right outside the carriage window. Before him could say a word, I quickly built up a fine Rizla into me pocket for me sensi and me lighter. I lit the chalice with a flash and then to Cody pass it over. I could see that him was loving it because of him expression. Me tell him this is sense the healing of the nation. In some places doctors use it for herbal medication. Snoop Lion smoke it just before I'm rap on television. After Willie Nelson visit him and bring some back to this land, then distribute it equally throughout the house for common. But fun and joke aside, them gives me deep meditation. Them fills me out with niceness and I make enough inspiration. You could be any color, any creed or any nation. Golden cap and sensimilla, I know you will find the reason why I do not drink the rum, I smoke the sensimilla. I do not drink the beers, I seek the ancient teacher. I do not drink the rum, I burn the sensimilla. I do not drink the beers, I nyam the sacred healer. I do not drink the rum, I burn the sensimilla. I do not drink the beers, I nyam the sacred healer.